Well, my ETA to the delivery appointment is noon, and the appointment's at noon, so I guess that's not too bad. I mean, we hustled. I think Don went through town and up 401, and I went the back road and up US 1, and yeah, so I don't know. He took off pretty quick, and I followed as quick as I could and couldn't catch up to him, so we'll take that as he doesn't want to be late, and he's super excited for his delivery appointment. Yes.
Well, I'm on my way to Tesla to pick up the new Y. Nothing like cutting it to the last minute. 11:58. My appointment's at noon, so you know, 2 minutes to spare. Marianne's behind me, not right behind me. I kind of took off a little quick out of the driveway and such, and therefore, but anyway, she should be right behind me, but I figured I'd do a little video here. I guess I'm getting excited. You know, it's to get the new Y. It's you know, I really like the new design, the changes, the camera, front camera, the LED lighting, and you know, it's really quiet. So I'm hoping, I'm sure we're gonna enjoy it.
All right, Don's ahead of me, half a mile, something like that. We decided to take the toll road, even though the cars wanted to go US 1 through downtown Raleigh. The toll road basically will dump us up near Sumner Boulevard, and the time is about the same. We don't understand why the cars were so set on not taking the toll road. But, you know, with stoplights and other things, the other way has a lot more room for the time to change, and the tollway shouldn't. So, anyway, besides, we can arrive less stressed if we just let the cars drive on the toll road. Well, it's 11:57, and I've gotten off the tollway, and I'm right here. You know, it's 0.4 of a mile away. I'm going to say that my appreciation for the location of this Tesla delivery center, service center, showroom is greatly improved now that I know that I can at least take the tollway to get here instead of coming through downtown Raleigh and making 10 or 15 different turns. So this is good. That was Don sending me a text message. So I'm thinking he's telling me he just turned in up here. Right behind you, Donnie. I bet that's it right there. It says sold in the window, and it's the right color. Don says there's a couple deliveries ahead of us, which is fine. Almost no cigar. Black interior, wrong wheels. And of course, this is a demo car, but just to give you, you know, an early glance eyeball at what it will be. We checked Ruby in. Oh, isn't that cute? This is it. There's the wheels, the right wheels.
What's this?
I don't know why the dots. Well, that's where the license plate's gonna go. Remember, it's down really low in this without a plate. Yep, that's the where the plate's gonna be mounted. Well, walking up to it, I thought the same way. You got to get used to it being lower. It says, congratulations and welcome to the Tesla family.
Does. Glove box. Oh, it may not be.
Maybe it's in ballet mode still or something. Delivery mode or something. It doesn't let you open the glove box.
I guess.
So notice there is no Alcantara like on the Foundation series, but the fabric up there is still pretty nice. I like it plenty fine. I'm just pointing out that that was a difference with the Foundation series. And there's a new thing in the Tesla shop, Donnie. They put an Alcantara thing you can lay up there that fits that crescent moon thing like we have on Jules.
Right.
There's a add-on for it. Can I tell you guys honestly that I'm excited, but I'm also holding back a tear about saying goodbye to Jules, because that's just the kind of person I am. I get attached to things, you know. Jules has got a name. Jules has a personality. It's the end of an era. I'm not sad like I was with the cats, but you know, I am definitely feeling a little heartstring tug here saying goodbye to Jules today. Jules was a good car for us, and I'm excited to have hardware for and all the new things Jules has, or excuse me, that the new car has. We need to tell you the name. We haven't told you the name yet.
Come see what it says.
Okay. Anyway. We loved you, Jules. We hope you find a new good home. Right, Donnie?
Yeah, let me just go this.
It says your autopilot package has returned to the original configuration, is what it says.
So we were told that the driver mats would fit in the new Y, and I agree. There's a little gap here, slight, tiny little gap, and right there it folds up. But the length is perfect. And this everything up here, which is where my feet are, looks good. So I say you can reuse your old mats from your old Y with your new Y.
And it's the moment you all have been waiting for.
What's that?
What's the name of the new car?
Oh my goodness, that's right. Oh,
Here's your screen, Dottie.
yeah.
It's you do it. It's your car.
Name your vehicle. Now we have to remember, we had to pick a name I could spell.
Well, that's part of it. We had to pick a name Don could spell.
And we also had to get a name that I could pronounce, because Jules, Alexa didn't like it because she spelled it as in JEWELS or the energy Jules. It was confusing to her. So this time I've done better, and I'm gonna pick a better name. And it it starts with an R. R is so unique too.
It's very unique.
O.
Yeah.
R-O-B.
We're giving you a chance to guess.
Here we go.
Let me give you a hint. It's not Robbie.
It's not Robbie. No.
And the new car's name is
Robot.
Robot. And it's Robot as in the Lost in Space. Can we see him? The Lost in Space robot. Because, here, Donnie. Because he was a family friend, a useful tool, kind of a butler. Silver. This is Quicksilver. We tried to stick with a name that was appropriate for the color we picked. And very important, Don can pronounce it and spell it.
That's correct.
He said it first.
I did.
But it's true.
It is true.
Don went inside to use the restroom. See, he's not here. So they fixed Ruby while we were taking delivery. There's 2 service techs here that can do that, and one of the guys was here and he had a minute, and apparently they said it was really easy to do that on the 2017 X. It's a little harder on the newer cars. I don't know, but I believe them. And apparently, well, I mean, I know it took them less than 30 minutes from pulling the car back to fixing the car. So anyway, that's going to save us over 2 hours of driving around for nothing and paying tolls, $10 worth of tolls. So super appreciative. It means I won't be in the car filming Don on the way home, but we can go for a drive after we get to the house and I don't have to be upset about it. So we got Tesla Fi set up. Yeah, I know, it's so hot today. We're sitting in the sun. There, let's lower that. I feel like I'm shouting. We didn't see any dings on the car. None. We didn't see anything wrong. They moved our plate. We turned Jules over to them. We did check over the car pretty good and didn't see any issues. Let's see how many miles this car has on it. You know, they're supposed to come with less than 50. You wouldn't expect it to be more than about 15. I'm looking exactly where that is. 7. This car has 7 miles on it. So what you would expect. But up to 50 is what the paperwork will default to, at least here in North Carolina. The DMV paperwork will default to 50. Every Tesla we've got, it says 50 on the paperwork. Did you walk away with any papers, or is it all in the app? do you have a piece of paper?
I do not have a piece of paper.
Okay, so it's all your documents are in the app.
The only paper I got was a little packet. This little
that
packet
has the key cards in it.
And I have not even opened
it yet.
Key cards
but we
yet.
set up my email to be authorized to the account, even though I'm logged in as Dawn. And we set up my phone as a key. Apparently Dawn's just is a key. And we turned over our 2 key cards, and we have 2 key cards, and stop crinkling. And they are authorized to the car already. We don't appear to have to authorize them. So the only thing we haven't done is verified if my profile is going to be good when I'm sitting in the car as me, or if I'm going to have to move my seat or stuff around. Don had already arranged things how he liked it, and then we hit save. So I don't know if the profile from Jules was good enough for him or not. Probably not, since he felt the need to start adjusting things. Let's see, anything else we want to say, Donnie?
I guess.
I told him Ruby's is fixed.
When do we get the
okay, so I asked her about the FSD transfer. She says it can take up to 7 days. She said we should have the 7-day free trial, but we still have to calibrate the car before we can enable FSD.
Okay.
So you're going to have to drive N number of miles for the cameras to say they're happy.
Okay.
Before you can turn on the full self-driving.
Okay.
So hopefully the transfer occurs, and within the 7 days, and until that happens, we're on the 7-day free trial.
Okay.
But still have to calibrate the camera. And we know where David lives if something happens with the... I told her, I said... Oh no, she was just so nice, Angelica, here today. Really, really nice. She's been working for Tesla for two years. I told her, I said, oh no, we can't drive home without FSD on the interstate. That won't work. We'll be crying.
That's right.
We wouldn't really be mad. We would understand, right? We don't want to have to drive home without FSD. It was great coming up here on the toll. It's built for the toll road. She was doing excellent. So
yes,
yeah, you're gonna have to calibrate. Now I thought, so look, you're already at 87%, so you're not gonna have to drive very far at all. The only problem you have is you've got to be in park in order to come back in here and press it on.
I understand.
Yeah, so you can't do that while you're driving at 70 down the interstate. Maybe at the stoplight before you get on 540 and we'll be good. And then good, you get to figure this out.
Yeah, the thing, hit the brake and then flick it.
Yeah, so I'm liking this fabric up here just fine. I was telling Dawn in the store, there's a new thing up here, kind of like what we had in Jules. Jules's thing probably doesn't fit, but we'll lay it up there just to see. So you said you filmed a video about the floor mats. Just tell the wife, is a driver's mat good enough?
Oh, it's great.
Okay. Fantastic, because I love these all tailor mats, which they still sell on Amazon, and there's a link in our video description every day. These mats are great. We probably could take a wet washcloth over it and just get the dust off, but I love those mats, so if they're gonna work, I am gonna be so stoked. Yes. All right, well, we'll go for a drive after we get home with me in the car.
Yeah, we got to take Ruby home because Ruby's fixed.
Well, I did. I was planning on filming your first impressions of your new car on the way home, but it's better for us not to make 2 drives. But we'll go for a drive after we get to the house,
right? And
I'll help Don film some things because he doesn't film while he drives. Some of us are not ambidextrous. Multitaskers like the rest of us, at least in our delusional head, think we are.
Top down.
Well, I'm top down too, but
you can't. I'm strictly a go-to. You cannot branch and link with me, baby, because I get distracted. I get down in the stack and I get lost.
Yeah, well, Don's is the brain of the top brain of the operation. But I've been telling Don what to do next in what order and being his interrupt circuit since 1991. So, okay, that customer next. Nope, stop that now. No, go do this. It works on projects at the house, but at IBM, they didn't call me your work wife for nothing. So I do see it. The light bulb pulsing at the frame rate of the camera or anything. I was just noticing our new camera. Yay. Yeah, and Don's got so Donnie, He's calling the State Farm lady. So tell me about the, what do you got to... Oh, you're getting...
cooling.
Well, now where was my cool
Well,
seat while I was sitting there sweating, doing all of the heavy lifting on setting stuff up?
I don't know, but I love it. My back is a little sweaty, and man, I felt it immediately.
You're looking happy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's seeming like a good trade at this
Look,
point.
It is. You know, this is my disposal. I don't have a boat. I don't play golf. I spend my money on
He doesn't do Legos.
I don't do Legos.
His wife does Legos, but he doesn't do
right.
Legos.
That's right.
He needs, something to...
Yes.
Okay, so just refresh my mind in this vehicle. How the heck do you get it to go?
You put your foot on the brake.
Yeah.
And you just...
You swipe, so it doesn't choose automatically. You swipe which way?
Right now, but in the future, it will be figuring out based on navigation and all these other things.
Okay.
And then the park, just hit park, and now this is good.
And it says service tips. Okay, well that's just little tips because it's a new vehicle.
The valet mode. Easy.
You need to fix the easy entry mode on your profile here now. All right, well you call Lisa and tell her you've really got your car at State Farm now.
Yes. All right, I will do that.
All right.
It knew where home was. All I did is pull up the screen, and I hit the home button. I haven't done anything, and it knew that our address, and it threw it up. And so I guess because of the phone key or whatever it is, let's see what it's going to do. Yeah, there, it switched to me. Now that I got it in drive, it was an easy entry. So anyway, it did all that. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. I've called the insurance people to switch it over, but that lady said you've got like 48 hours, so I'm good. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do. I was going to go in and talk to the lady about transferring the service contract. I'll be back in a bit.
So somebody was talking about on the Tesla Facebook group, North Carolina owners, about all the cars that were sitting over here and how, Tesla's got a delivery problem or whatever. And they really don't know what they're talking about. Number one, I didn't know there were more than 25 deliveries left to do today at this location, which I believe is the only location in Raleigh that is doing deliveries. But on top of that is Tesla always had off-site parking. Always had off-site parking. They never had all of the cars on the lot. And so people just didn't see them. So now that they're coming up here and driving past here and there's enough parking at Tesla to do, there's Don. He saw me turn funny. To do, there's enough room to park cars waiting for delivery, and plus there's service there too. So they're just not parking them at off-site anymore. That's my take. I'm not having any inside information. I'm just telling you that's what I think is going on. So yes, there's a lot of cars, but if you're delivering, 30 or more cars a day on weekdays and maybe more on the weekend, then you got to have a place to store those cars, prep those cars, get those cars ready for delivery. Yeah, I think it's fine. So
it's way quieter. Tesla autopilot hasn't fully calibrated yet, but man, it's tighter, firmer. It's different. I mean, it's maybe the tires are softer, I don't know, but the noise is it's so quiet. I love that part.
I assume Don doesn't have FSD. I actually don't know if he does or he doesn't, if he was able to enable it at the stoplight back there or not. But sure does look pretty going down the road. I like it. Ruby's like, I'm not being stuck behind this slow moving car. Yeah, it's 70 here. We can go this speed. Well, I've got Ruby in standard, and I just want to tell you that she's driving like a boss today. I don't have any complaints about the interstate driving whatsoever. I don't know how people drive without FSD for longest trips on the interstate or on these major roads. I mean, it's excellent. I know there's people that's like, I'm never going to use that, I don't care, but you got to try it to appreciate it. It's just pretty awesome. And yeah, I'm enjoying the ride today, enjoying the ride.
Okay, that's Marianne right there, and that's a piece of plastic right there. Gee, mini cricket. She's on autopilot. I don't know if it's FSD or whatnot, but she's doing it. I'm very impressed. It's very quiet. It's working out really nice. Hopefully, they will have many years of good service out of Robot.
Of what's staring us straight in the...
I don't know if Dawn's driving or FSD is driving, but I got out of FSD and let Dawn go ahead of me, just in case he wanted to give it a go. It's a lot of glare right now. So he can tell us how great Hardware 4 is. He did have a takeover immediately that put him in autopilot jail for a little bit, but oh, that's right, he can't get the garage door open. I think we left the remote in the frunk of Robot. We've got a software update ready to go on. It says 55 minutes to install, so we're going to install that and then go for another drive.
Okay, there's the T on the garage floor. There's the dot on the dash. So right there, literally on the break of the line. And this is scary. That's the front camera view. Woo! Let's see what the bird's eye view looks like. I don't know. Does it do a bird's eye view? Anyway, we'll have to see. She parked pretty well.
It's the first family trip in the car. We're just going to go scoot around town a little bit, and Johnny's checking out the Xbox controller stuff. But looky, it's dark in the garage, and we have ambient lighting, but that color's not going to do. Let me figure out. I got to figure out how to change that.
I got to go get my phone.
You don't have your phone?
No, I was using my key card.
Okay. Johnny's trying to download Cuphead, and I need to connect this to Garage. So let me put in my password. And that looks good. And confirm. Alright, so it's hooking us up to Garage. Because it put up the download symbol when he requested to download it. But then I realized, you know, we haven't been on the Wi-Fi network yet. Because that update we had, which we just installed, I'll show you what release we're on in a minute. It was already on the car. Okay, so we're connected now. And I was trying to figure out where the lights are. I thought maybe dynamics for a minute. The lights are dynamic. I thought, you know, maybe that was good, but that's not it. Lights. It's got to be under accent lights. It says night only. I guess that's okay if you want them on. You can make them brighter or darker. And dome lights are on auto. I'm going to turn the foot light lights on. Ruby's lights are on all the time down below. And then the color, I want it to be green. So there's green. Although we have red accents on the... There's red. Red looks really good, Donnie. Well, you know, when I'm not in the car, you just set it to whatever color makes your... Besides, we're going to go out of the garage and it's not going to show us anymore. Yeah, but anyway. All right. So where's the chasing color option?
Right. It needs to run.
I want it to run and do... Or fade. I like fading from one color to the next so you never have to get bored with any one color. That's good too. Look at you already knowing.
I'm already good with that. That took no time. The turn signal acts different. It doesn't have that distinct click.
Right.
It's just up or down. There's no click.
It gave you a couple camera warnings, but I think it's just because we were in the dark garage or the wall was right there or something, so we'll see. So, I don't know, everything with Bluetooth is always frustrating. Don had a dropout with his phone of some sort, and Johnny's wouldn't connect a couple times, and it's downloading the game update, but then we moved just far enough away it quit, and then we moved what we thought was closer, but it didn't start back immediately, and so anyway, we'll fool with the game stuff later, but
we're at 13.28.
yeah, 2025.14.3.1 or 13.2.8. So, all right. I don't remember if that's the release. That's going to be a little hard for me now. Okay, well, I got to keep track of the TeslaFi hardware 4 important release numbers and the hardware 3, whatever we are lucky enough to get numbers. I got to keep track of all the numbers now. It's really no different than APARs and PTFs and PMR numbers and other crap we had to keep up with at IBM.
That's right.
Adam says it's harder on the bird bath camera to see the silver car go in and out of the driveway than the
stealth silver. Huh?
Right, stealth silver instead. Then the white was easier to spot. Well, then you know Ruby comes down the driveway. So how's that seat feel in comparison to Jules back there, Johnny?
Better. Turn my cool seat.
How do I do that?
Just push your, just like it.
Oh, and it's on cool, and that's
on
too
cool too. I got mine on cool.
Now hang on just a second. There's the rear, and
yeah,
Johnny can control it back there, and unfortunately those seats aren't cooled. Oh yeah, I feel it sucking in that.
Yeah, you
that
like
little,
it, huh?
Yeah, woo.
That's what I was thinking.
So Johnny, again, the seats. How's it feel back there?
Nice.
Same, different?
Probably about the same.
About the same. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Because you like the, you liked it, but now that it's in the sunshine.
Now it's blue. I saw it turn to blue.
No, it just turned off because I have it set for only night.
So
No sense burning out the LEDs when you can't even see them, I guess. I don't know that they would really burn out. Besides, that's what warranties are for, right? So I put in the Dollar General in Duncan. That should bring back memories with David of having to go over there on, what did I send you guys for?
Cream cheese for the cheesecake.
Yeah, but no, because I was making something on Thanksgiving because we already had the cheesecake made. We needed cream cheese for something.
Yeah, you needed something. Cream cheese for something.
Anyway, I sent the guys out. I just thought we sort of turned wrong to go there, but that's fine. We're just showing a demonstration of FSD.
Right. I wasn't particularly interested in going into Fuquay. We can certainly go into Fuquay, but I was just trying to...
Yeah, it's 4:30, so it's getting... Traffic that way is busy, so out here in the country would be nice.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my cool seats.
Yeah, I have to say the cool on the seat is pretty nice. It's a good time to be summer. It's a good time to be summer.
Nobody behind us. Whoa,
Woo, baby.
You hang that curve.
How do we feel about railroad tracks?
You just drive over them.
We just
didn't notice them.
Don't even notice them. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty smooth though. It didn't rattle my teeth.
Yeah, I guess I got to be thinking about is am I feeling that you're not throwing me around as much?
Right.
I have complained a time or two.
A time or two.
Well, I think it's a combination of early Model Y suspension and performance tires.
Right. These are 20-inch tires.
What were the ones on Jules?
I think they were 22-inch tires. Or at least 21s, but I think they were 22s.
Well, I noticed in looking at these tires, it's going to stop kind of quick up here. I saw through the trees that there was a slowdown. I'm just looking at the stuff on the navigation. So it's showing stop signs. It's showing a place to buy groceries, I guess. It's showing the destination.
Hey, where's my weather overlay?
Well, I'm sure we can fix that.
Well, there's a couple green dots somewhere.
There's a couple of little tiny green dots. Let's see what it's really looking like out there.
Ooh.
Oh, unless you're up in Fairfax, Virginia, we don't have any rain this afternoon. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Jacksonville, Florida, up to Fairfax, Virginia. We are in the clear. I like that, though. That weather overlay is pretty nice. Yeah, and it is showing a now through 7 p.m. time lapse here of what's expected in the window. So I guess that's about 2.5 hours or something. Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours. I'll turn it back off.
All right, well, here's a tricky left turn.
Is she turning left? Oh, she is.
She's going to turn left. She's got the blinker on. The people behind us are slowing up. You don't have unlimited visibility. Wow, that was human-like.
Personally, I wish she wouldn't have started to turn quite as early.
Yeah, that was like human-like.
Like, are you really going to turn before the car is passed or not?
It was guy-like.
Yeah.
None of that.
Well, I don't know if we have the release with less nags for Dawn looking away or not. I do notice, and it's fine for right now, that you do still have the screen protector on your screen.
Right. We ordered one. We ordered a screen protector.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't show them the Jules stuff came.
Oh yeah, the console.
Yeah.
The Jules. You mean the console stuff came?
The console stuff came.
So that's this piece right here.
Yeah. And
there's a piece up here too.
In here, right? It's
okay.
Oh, it might have fell.
No, I see it down there.
Well, it shouldn't have been down there.
It shouldn't?
No. It should be right here.
Okay. There it is. I think it's on the ledge there, the way it's supposed to be.
They're very precisely fitting the way they have a very tight little lip.
Woo! Look at the slide.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, up here. These are the official Tesla inserts.
Even say Tesla on the bottom of it, molded into it.
Well, the thing, so I can see Dawn didn't have time to, family wants to go, didn't have time to reinstall the rest of the floor mats yet. But the other thing we're keen to know is will oh, there's a car's robot. Don't go.
There's a car coming this way too. Well,
when you're into town. Well, if you go, it's only a problem if you go hesitate.
Right.
If you go, then it's fine.
Right.
I want to know if the boxes fit under the seat.
Oh, right.
So we want to, when we get home, we'll definitely do all the mats fit or only some of them.
Right.
And we'll test the boxes if we don't,
Right.
Dawn, sooner than later, is going to have to pull the frunk to put the transponder in, but.
And the home link.
And the home link.
Yes.
And Dawn did decide to take the whole day off. There was just too much going on to be trying to.
Yeah, work.
Well, the guys would have called him if they had an urgent need, but
Good both ways.
I'm pretty impressed. There goes my phone lost for the first time in this car. Can you maybe find it, Johnny? Johnny's got his headphones on, so he's enjoying the experience. This fell down the door pocket and went on the right, my right. It's on my right.
I'm trying.
Okay. So I have no idea up here if she'll be willing to pull into the Dollar General. Thank you, Johnny. Or, or not, but.
You should try the music thing while I've got the YouTube still going.
Okay. That would be this. Oh, just play some music.
Well, just hit my phone. Connect my phone.
Yeah. Hang on. See what she's doing. I'll do it when we're stopped here in a second. She's gonna pull into the Dollar General too. Now, I really would pass out if she decided to actually park. I mean, he. We got to switch to he. Maybe our robot will be a she. I don't know. Robot is a he. If she decided to pull into a parking space, I probably would.
Well, we're just gonna
take over and park in the shade. Okay. So, there's no device connected right now. And we haven't tried to connect my device yet. But let's connect Don's phone.
Okay.
And we were going to try to play. There's your yes, but there's your podcast.
Yeah.
And Michael's.
Alright,
So what are you hearing, Johnny?
I'm still hearing my video.
oh, cool.
So Johnny's hearing his video in his headphones in the back on connected to Bluetooth or whatever, and then we're hearing
Yeah.
Don's phone up here in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, way cool.
Yeah.
We got to get used to this new rear screen thing. I am going to run inside real quick.
Okay.
The doors feel next level. I don't know how else to say it, but they feel next level in a good way. Nice and solid and sturdy. So I guess every time we stop, it's offering to help you out with your car.
I guess.
Well, if it could give me a tutorial on how to make the best use of the rear screen, that would be helpful. Otherwise, I think we're good. Pretty cool. So I walked up to the back, and Johnny, did it count out loud, Johnny?
No, I do it. Beep,
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 and
beep,
click.
and then it opened. So it's a 4-second wait, but it did open on its own without me having to do anything. I was hoping Dawn wouldn't beat the car to the punch because I wanted to see. Now, if this would have just opened, that would be one more next level. But the front opening is cool. That's convenient for shopping day.
Good.
Yeah, because even Michelle in the Rogue, she's like trying to hit the thing, hoping that maybe it'll sort of decide to open for her and stuff. And yeah, at least in Ruby, most of the time when my hands are full, I can kind of reach up under there and press the button. But still, hey, Johnny, so your assessment of the rear screen so far?
I mean, it's cool, but it would be more beneficial if I was younger.
Right.
I have my own phone now, so I can just. I'd rather just do it on a system I already know than fiddle with this new system. I guess the only time I would use it is to okay, I would probably use it for YouTube, honestly, because that part specifically is nice. Like if we're doing a road trip or you're driving me to and from the school,
right?
The signal's probably a little better on the car, to be honest.
Yeah. Possible.
And I don't have to fidget with holding an iPad in my lap.
Yeah, you don't have to hold it up because the screen's not going to go anywhere, I guess.
So that specific part is probably the only time I would use a center screen besides HVAC.
Right, but Johnny is glad that he doesn't have to ask us to control his fan speed and coolness level back there. So Mr. Don won't know if you put it down to 64.
I don't actually have a temperature control.
No?
Just fan.
Just the fan speed. So whatever we have it on up here is still what you have it on back there, huh?
Yeah, and I only get 2 fan settings too.
Right, well if I put it on rear, yeah, it's high and low, and you're right, there's no specific temperature thing for it.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, well that's interesting. Oh.
Well, she did that.
Well, she stopped and then she rolled and then she went. Okay.
Something else about the rear screen is it tells me where we're going and how far away we are and a time estimate.
Oh, okay. So you'll know when we're going to get to the school without you having to read this screen or ask us.
Well, yeah, and that text has in the past been too small for me.
Wait, well, and also I might have something up on it and it not be showing right at that minute. And I guess, it's helpful for knowing how far are we from Culver's and my hamburger and my, other stops. So, yeah, I think that.
Or just how far we are from the school or the robot.
Yep. Okay.
I like it.
All right, will she do the driveway twice in one day?
There's the 5 miles an hour
sign that she's going to totally ignore. Well, I guess what Rocco found, Donnie, is you need a bigger sign. Mm-hmm. It no longer recognizes smaller signs. Mm-hmm. You got to have an official size sign. God, she never even hesitated. Holy moly, just right on up the hill. right, here's the moment of truth. Will the boxes fit?
Drum roll.
That's not looking good.
Not looking good.
I really, really used my box.
Yeah, I would say
No.
no. I will find out what it's hitting because the contrast is so hard to see right now. It's just black under there.
Right, but it didn't go at all.
But it didn't go at all. It's something to do with the depth, not the width.
Well, I reached down on my side and there's actually a really big lump there. There is no way any box period is going in there. So that's kind of a bummer. Because I really used my box. My drawer.
Yes. All right.
Data sharing. So it's... Yes, yes, yes. No, don't. Includes... We don't care. You can have all the data you want. I don't care. Okay. Accept all. I should have just hit accept all to begin with.
I don't know this.
Did some of you gasp that I told it could have our data? It's Tesla. It's fine.
And, oh my goodness. It says charging rapidly. So they've improved
The speed.
the speed of the... It used to always say charging slowly.
Okay. Your Android device tells you
Right.
that.
Yeah. Well, it's got... That's a real USB-C to C cable. That's a real cable. And it can charge at 9 volts or, 5 volts is the normal, but then you could go up to 9 volts or something like that. Anyway, the charging I think it goes all the way up to 19 volts for phones. So I don't know that this one does that because this is probably like 14 volts or something like that. Anyway, the point is it can handle it.
Don's happy.
I'm happy.
Oh, there's the front camera going down the hill. Let's go. We dropped Johnny off and we got a different charging cable.
Right. Oh, that was nice. After you get going, it went away?
I don't know if it timed out or your speed made it go away or...
Well, hopefully, one of the things you got to do is get the charging parking spot stuff going. Schedule.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Don and I are just following suit of normal stuff that we do, and that we just try it and we see if we can get it to work. Like, we didn't go study every last little thing. But now that we've got a couple questions, like, is that time expired or speed expired, the front camera view? We can go look up these things now that we know we need to know, I guess.
That's right. Going to be really hard for me to let her do it. It's busy. It's rush hour. She goes right now. She can go.
You got lucky in that church direction. Nobody came over the hill super fast. Yeah, it's always touch and go there with how comfortable or uncomfortable we are with that left turn.
Yeah, well, the person that was coming from the left, they didn't lift.
Right. Because even though it's 35 here, it's soon 45 and people don't feel the need to...
Well, more from the standpoint of they just assumed that my car wasn't going to stall right
Dawdle.
there. Yeah, well, in other words, crap happens. Fancy computerized cars crash.
Not. Come on, it was
Well, it
okay.
doesn't have to be Tesla. Computerized cars crash. People driving along and their cars just quit.
Yeah. Right. When drivers do that, and we've all done it a time or two, it's to show our irritation with the other driver for potentially causing us to have to lose 1 second on the road.
Yeah.
And the safe thing to do is to lift just a little bit and give the person some grace to complete their maneuver. Because we're all in this together to stay safe out here.
I
But
100% agree.
we went around and around and around about where else we should drive, and finally I just said, let's just go up to Guardian Angel and back. I am meeting Michelle tomorrow morning, but that won't stop me from making a quick run in.
Right. I didn't want to be gone. I want to get my nap.
I'm biting my lip really hard right now.
Oh, I'm missing my nap.
So this will be our first time through this part of Fuquay, downtown, Main Street, Old Main Street.
Well, the ride of the new Y is head and shoulders above the performance. Y. I mean,
Or the old Y.
Early Y like
Early
we had.
Y.
Yeah, it is night and day.
She does know it's 25. She's taking a bit to slow.
Right.
For all I know, we still don't have all those settings, speed offsets and stuff set the way we want to get the cars to drive the way we want them to.
Right.
Is the only reason she slowed now is the cars in front of us have slowed.
Right. Yeah, we have to decide if we're going to put our our camera back in here. It probably won't be the first thing I put back in.
Whoa, what the actual you know what? Yeah, put the turn signal on after you've cut back across in front of us.
Well, she actually turned it on about the same time she was cut. The thing is
there was no advance warning.
There was no advance warning. If you dawdle with the Tesla self-driving baby that shoots the gap.
Well, let's be clear, Robot came nowhere near close to hitting that car.
I agree with it.
But that car made an illegal maneuver. I mean, I don't know. Adams Automotive Group Incorporated. I was trying to see, it's from Charlotte. The car's from Charlotte, so
He may not know.
maybe they're not familiar with Fuquay, but usually the right lane goes straight and the left lane turns. Usually. So just, if you're going to guess and you want to go straight, you stay right. Well, the screen is nice and...
Yeah, I can tell it's a little sharper.
Yeah, I was going to say that even with the bad plastic on it, it's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Adam said he thought maybe the tablet wasn't as thick, durable, nice as the prior tablet, but I held Jules's tablet in my hand the other day, and
Yeah.
I know exactly what it feels like. And you know, when Don was taking the tilt stuff off, and I don't know, I guess it seems of similar sturdiness to me.
I like the fact that the little buttons have got the little doors on them.
Right, you're not gonna have, well, that's been that way for a while now, but yeah, you're not gonna have to buy stickers for this car. I like how the door pocket has carpet in the entire bottom. It's even on the sides. I like that. I don't like it when the areas are left plastic that things are going to rub on because they scratch. So yeah, I can't see down in the back, but I'm hoping the bottom of the lift gate, like on Jules, has the carpet.
Right.
Because Ruby has scratches back there, and that was even with me trying to be super careful. Nothing would ever slide back there, and I still have scratches on my liftgate plastic.
Well, the 4.0 hardware finds the potholes just as good as the 3.0 hardware. It hasn't missed one.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say any miraculous things about pothole missing on X. Let me tell you, every
covers.
Yeah.
Does not miss a lick.
Doesn't miss potholes or manhole covers.
Yes,
That's right.
It hits them all.
Oh, there was one thread one night. I just started laughing so loud. Don's looking at me like, what is going on? We're watching TV. What is going on with you? And I'm like, you got to read this thread. And I started reading him the things people were saying. And it was all about, you know, like basically autopilot's trained to go straight for the pothole. And
That's right.
at the last minute, it swerves to hit the pothole and all.
Yes, absolutely.
The way people wrote it, you'll just have to trust me here. It was so funny. If you've ever driven an FSD in a Tesla, you would have been in hysterics right along with me.
Well, it's one of the things, if you're paying attention, you're a human being, you see it. It's like, well, come on. It's right there. You're gonna hit it. Just move over 6 inches and you'll get. No, I'm not gonna move.
Now, I'm just gonna warn you. She's gonna go. It looks like she's gonna go in the second entrance over here. And when Ruby goes in this entrance, she turns a sharp right and she takes off really fast. And it's just a kind of a steep entrance, and it's just sort of like, whoa. So just know that she's gonna. It was a Mustang. I'm just saying. It was a Mustang. Well, she didn't do to you what has happened to me with Ruby. She did not.
Yeah, she took that pretty.
She took it pretty reasonable.
Right.
She's gonna stop right here and let me out. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
But next time, let the passenger out along the business. It would be cute if I didn't get bit by so many ants and they weren't so painful. It's kind of quiet in here. There was a really good Guns N' Roses song playing on the store radio, but then they turned it off. I found this, I think it's for a fish tank, but it's gonna look great in a fairy garden. A piece of fabric and 2 mini flags. You know, I noticed these tires were by Hankook, and not familiar with that brand. Maybe Dawn is, but then when I get in the car, these are special EV tires, sound absorbing EV tires. Hankook Ion. I was looking to see Hankook Innovative, made in USA. I would expect no less from Tesla. These are 255 40R20s, 101V, whatever the heck that means. It's a pretty big tire, the width, and 255 40R20 101V. So I think we already knew these are not staggered. This will be, well, maybe the Performance 3 wasn't staggered, but this will be our first Tesla we've ever had to buy tires for that they're not staggered tires.
That's right.
Yeah, Dawn said, darn it, that means adding rotations into the maintenance nightmare. Not. It's time to start getting the cars safety inspected every year in Fuquay. In North Carolina, Ruby's due, and then comes, I guess comes the GMC, then came Jules.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for giving me another car probably in June that needs a safety inspection, because, if Dawn's working, then that's my job. I just love going and having that happen.
I'm sure we'll have to have this inspected
sooner than later.
Yeah, because the tag transfer, that's one of the little things.
Oh, no. So the normal time will be with the safety inspection?
Yeah.
So what did you find out while I was inside?
I turned on pin to drive, basically.
Okay, good.
I turned on something to do with autopilot. We can navigate from a stop. And put a button. It's going to put a button. I haven't seen it. I saw a Whitaker had it. It puts a button up on the screen and you just say, go. Well, you're fixing to find out when I pick home.
Okay, well, we can do lower volume in reverse. Of course, some of this great stuff that you're doing. I noticed the automatic 911 call when airbags are deployed, although from lots of accounts on Tesla, you get a phone call if, the car's been in a serious accident.
Oh, yeah.
They call the phone anyway. So that's Tesla calling you, asking you if you were okay. Calling 911 if the airbag's deployed is the right answer.
Yeah.
Because if you've been in an airbag deployed accident, you should get checked out.
Yeah. And but that's and I turned on the view the clips in the mobile app.
Okay, good. Good.
And I also opened the glove box, and there obviously we already knew there was a thumb drive because it's whatever, but it's
Century's recording. Yeah.
It's actually a Tesla thumb drive. It's not just his.
Yeah, I think we knew new cars came with the Tesla one, the fancy one. Now the question is can your fingers get to it?
Yeah, I would say I was actually looking at it.
Because apparently the Highland Model 3 is a nightmare.
No, this one is. In fact, I would tell you it's too easy. It's going to get in way in stuff in the glove box. In other words, because it's dead center in the glove box. Yeah, there we go. The best thing to do is
just show it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me not ruin our pin today.
You see it back there, all the way in the back.
Oh, I do see it.
It's right in the middle. So
Yeah.
if you threw something in the
Oh
bump,
God, you could easily bump that.
yes, that's.
But hey, at least you can get to it without having to kill yourself or come up with the. Some people have been having to try to hook the hole to pull it out.
Yeah.
But then God help you if it's that bad, having to find the spot to put it back in.
That's right.
Okay. Whoa.
Snap, baby.
Did it do that to you too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to say I got out here and I went to shut the door like I'm used to shutting Jules's door, and the door didn't shut. So I had to reopen it and shut it. Don used to accuse me of slamming Jules's door, and I told him, I said, Donnie, I'm not slamming Jules's door. I am letting go of it as softly as possible, and that door just shuts. And just so you know, every time you get out and leave the car, you're slamming the door too. These doors have
Stiffer.
that more or stiffer feel, better. Probably the main difference is the hinges.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the reverse problem. They're not going to shut every time. You're going to have to come reshut them versus they're shutting too easily. So,
Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's go home.
All right. So
Robot.
Okay,
Robot
so-
James, take me home.
All right. So here we go. So I just clicked home.
My seatbelt's not on, but
Oh,
I'll
wait.
do that in
Well,
just a
you'll
second.
You'll have to do that.
My
Okay, hang on.
seatbelt's on now. What's going on?
Oh, I have to do the pin.
Okay. Well, do the pin. We love that feature, even if it's not convenient
Yeah.
for filming.
All right. Here we go. All right. So I didn't.
Well, you do have the.
Well, I may not have understood what it was. Oh, it's not. It's not an auto part. It's not. Let's do this. And let's do navigate home. I may not have understood what it was trying to tell me.
Okay, no worries. So it knew home because home is in your profile.
Right, I did a video on that. That's right.
Okay, I'm
knew-
noticing that you didn't have to
tag
do that.
Anything. That's right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah, there was something it said about brake to press the brake to confirm. So it's sort of like you're just supposed to be able to step on it, step on the brake. In other words, when you get in the car, it's just going to be an autopilot.
Oh, robot. Okay, this is where now there's a grate here.
I'm watching.
Whoa.
Well, it's not a bad grade. And she hit it.
It was a
really
good
slow.
test for did it bounce me around a lot, and the answer is no, it did not. Oh, the curb here.
No, we're
The height here. Oh, she's clear. No.
well, she's right this way. If she would go.
If she could get us in this, she knew how to get us in. Oh, where's she going? Oh, she's only going in this lane, right? Holy I'm sorry.
I'm doing a Whitaker. Whitaker, you've taught me. I'm just letting my sphincter tighten up.
Well, I have to tell you, if I really want to go left, she did this exactly like I do it.
Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. This is not illegal what she's doing.
No, this is why, though, the fifth lane is so scary. Well, she handled it perfectly, except she scared her human passengers.
I did scare me. I just tightened up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Well, I said I'm going to stop taking over control. I'm going to.
That was okay when it was Jules and it was a 2020 car. This is the brand new car.
Right.
Well, I've been doing that a little more this week, too. I let Ruby get off of 64 onto 55 right there at the chiropractor. And, you know, she wasn't in the lane I wanted her to be in. And then she had to cross 4 lanes, but she made it across safely.
Right. Well, many times I've taken over control when it probably was fine. So I do agree. I always go back to the point to be able to really know how good autopilot is. You got to be in somebody else's car that if it gets crashed, you're not losing, it's not going to be a financial ruin for you. Because, even if we were to wreck it right now, the insurance wouldn't cover hardly anything. We'd have to take money out of our pocket. So,
yeah, I guess we don't have that thing that covers replacement costs. I'm sure that's a lot more expensive.
right.
They do have those riders, but they're not cheap. Wow, it's 5:50 already. I'm thinking Don's going to go home and take his nap, and everybody's going to look at me and want to know what we're eating for dinner.
That's correct. What are we eating for
I'm
dinner?
not going to get to take a nap.
No, you're not taking a nap.
And I haven't done yesterday's video yet either, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you like being busy. Me, I like to be bored.
It's a good thing that Johnny's here.
Yeah.
Because Don's perfectly capable of cooking bacon and eggs, and he could find himself, or even frying a steak in the cast iron skillet. He could find himself cooking dinner while I go put my feet up. But since Johnny's here, and Johnny wouldn't be happy with bacon and eggs,
Right.
I guess I'd better cook what I was planning to cook. So the options were chicken wings, which is a lot of work,
Yeah, don't do
and
that.
requires me to stay in the kitchen. It's a good thing to do if I'm working on a Lego build.
That's not today.
But that's not today. I don't have my parts for my Lego build unless I start a new project, which I might do, but not today. Or we were going to have steaks. So I guess we're going to, whoa.
Like I said.
Well, you know what? The darn car has such better suspension
Yeah.
that those bumps that would darn near kill me before, that I hardly felt that.
Right.
It's a lot better.
And
I'm just going to tell you, I hardly felt that. That's a lot better.
Right, and I would tell you the left front tire missed the corner that was the highest part of that plate, where the right front tire crossed over. That wasn't that high. That was only maybe an inch and a half. It was 2.5 inches on where the driver's side door, and she missed it. And not because she tried to miss it. It was an accident that she missed it. But thankfully she missed it. Because I was doing that calculation, is she going to miss it? And she did miss it.
Well, the only other Juniper Y I've seen in town is also a Quicksilver, but it's got the foundation sticker on it.
Well, the other thing I've noticed today, there's like all the Ys that were being delivered were Quicksilver.
Yeah, there were several.
There were several.
There were several.
The couple in front of us, the couple in front of them, and there was one more still sitting there. Quicksilver.
Oh, there's a Red X.
Yeah.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes, it is.
So one of my friends in there said, they saw me get out of the car. Don dropped me off, and then they came over to say hi a few minutes later. And I said, yeah, we traded in the white car for the silver car. You know, it's not a Tesla person or somebody that would know you give cars names or any of that stuff. And the person said, yeah, I guess it's a good thing you bought a car because Tesla's not doing so good. And I was like, have you been listening? And my exact words were, have you been listening to the legacy media too much? Because that's not true. Have you looked at the stock price? Ever? Probably not. But like today, or I don't know. It's just like, God, you just can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
You just can't. So I wish I had thought to say, yeah, we were told after our delivery today that there were actually 27 more deliveries before the store closed. And that's just today on a Wednesday. So here in Raleigh, I can't speak for any other delivery centers, but I think we're good. I think we're good. Are we at the, highest volume ever? I don't know. Are we at the lowest volume ever? I'm sure we're not. And anyway, it just kind of hurt. So
yeah.
Now there's a bump on the other. Yeah, there's a bump. So Johnny said he wished that Tesla had a pull sunscreen or something, like, I don't know, out from the side or over him or whatever. And I said, yeah, but this glass is supposed to be that much more sun protectant than the old glass. And he said, yeah, they always say that, but the X glass. Well, the reason, now Johnny's remembering driving west at 3 o'clock in the middle of the summer out of Raleigh, and us being too hot because this part of my X windshield is not tinted. It's factory, and it's just, there's no protection there. We never had any heat in Ruby from the top glass.
Right.
Never, or that was noticeable in any way or problematic or anything. So, but yes, I'm sure this coming in here headed west at 3 in the afternoon will be hot without any coatings on it. No doubt. But I'm really hoping we don't have to put sun things or hats or other things on top of our pretty glass roof.
Well, so far so good.
Yep. She turned right onto Wagstaff perfectly. I sort of didn't really mean to stop recording there. I guess I'm going to go inside and I'm going to pull this card and I'm going to start uploading all these files, or it'll be, you know, Friday before I can work on the video because there's so much video in today's video.
We'll just let her go down the driveway and I'll come back out on the unicycle and I'll bring that geranium back that you wanted to repot. So we can see how she's going to do. We haven't got the mail yet. Normally I would stop and get the mail, but I want to see what she'll do going down the driveway.
Well, she handled turning onto the cul-de-sac just fine, a little bit to the right there. Yeah, I think we need to have a little more brain logic about how do we handle driveways in a cul-de-sac. I think we need to have a concept of a cul-de-sac, and is it always straight aim for the driveway, or is it always pretend like it's a circle, or what, you know, what is the convention there? I tell you, every human driver goes straight for the driveway. Okay.
Well, she did fine. There's nothing wrong with what she did. It's just this is not where I want to park.
Right. Well, eventually she's going to have to pull in front of the door, and we're going to have to let her open the door and, you know, all that good stuff.
I'm looking for cats.
Well, it was a good delivery day experience, and I would say we're both enjoying the new car a lot and all that good stuff. So, how's your tape on the rear? Is it? Is it's still in the right spot? Good enough?
That's right. Whenever the thing stops.
Is your little beam still okay over here?
Yeah, the little beam when it comes, it'll up here, right here. Right there, perfect. That's actually a little bit too far.
So coming in, we lost the rear camera though, and started showing us the front camera.
Yeah. Let's see. There's the little T on the floor.
Yeah, you're good enough.
Oh, I totally agree. Good enough. Absolutely. Well, the original strap works just fine. This is what Marianne got me a couple years ago. It's just Velcro strap. It goes all the way across, and it's got these little loops on it, so you can access this little compartment really easy. It makes it much easier to get to that compartment. Well, it just keeps on getting better. The little plastic protectors, cover up, dress trim up pieces, they work, including the part down on the door hinge. It looks nice. Door still shuts good. I'm happy.
Good morning, Gray. Hi. Hello. How's my girl? Hello. Hi. Hi, honey. It's in the low 70s out here. On the table, quick glance said 71. And I was just expecting it to feel as good this morning as it felt yesterday morning. I would be wrong. It is super humid out here. We had a light rain shower, and I do mean light, come through around 5 a.m. or something like that, and it wet the ground, and wow, is it humid. Morris has been waiting patiently by the back door. And I know Stripe and Marty have gone out now and are waiting too. Yeah, the boardwalk makes it look like we got some rain. Well, the driveway's wet too, but it's, you know, it's not as much as I wanted. I bet if I go and look, it's less than 1/10 of an inch. Come here, honey. Come on, Morris. Oh, careful. Hi. There you go. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Alright, and here's some more dry chow for you guys and the chickens. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not good breathing out here this morning. It's just that humid. It's just wow in comparison to yesterday. Hi, Stripey. He ate in the house some wet food, so Here's Marty, gone up top too. Oh, there's Morris, but here's Marty. Hi, bud. Good boy. This is dedication, folks. It's 9:20 a.m. We had to get up at 7 so we could get up here and get in the weight room before the delivery. We figure we're going to allot an hour to get up to Sumner. That'll be fine. Sumner Boulevard, the new Tesla location.
It'll take every bit of that, probably.
Yeah. And, you know, if we get out of here around 10:30, which is doable, we're on schedule. And that leaves us enough time to go home, change, and leave. Now I got to follow Don up there, so we got to take both cars, which, you know, I'd rather be along for the ride than have to drive up to Sumner, but it is what it is.